In this question, we're given a diagram which shows a solid triangular prism. Now the prism is made from wood with a density of 0.8 grams per centimetre cubed, and we need to work out the mass of this prism. Now the first thing that we need to know is the formula to find the density. And we know that the density is equal to the mass divided by the volume. We're interested in working out the mass of the prism, so in order to work out the mass, we need to know the density and the volume of the prism, so that we can substitute these values in to our equation above. Now we're already told that the density is equal to 0.8 grams per centimetre cubed, but we can't work out the mass unless we know the density and the volume. But now looking at our diagram, we have the dimensions of the prism, which will allow us to work out the volume. And so in order to work out the volume of the prism, we would find the cross-sectional area and then multiply this area by the length. And now this diagram might help. We can see that the triangle is our cross-sectional area, and we have a length of 10 centimetres. And we need to work out this cross-sectional area. The cross-sectional area would be equal to the area of the triangle. To find the area of a triangle, we do the base multiplied by the height and then divide by 2. And so our cross-sectional area can be found by doing the base of the triangle multiplied by the height of the triangle, all divided by 2. Now the triangle has a base of 4 centimetres and a height of 6 centimetres, and so the area would be equal to 4 multiplied by 6, all divided by 2, which is equal to 12 centimetres squared. Now we said that the volume of the prism would be equal to the cross-sectional area multiplied by the length, and so the volume would be equal to 12 centimetres squared multiplied by 10 centimetres, which is equal to 120 centimetres cubed. Now we know the volume of the prism, and we already know the density of the prism, and so we can use this in order to work out the mass. We know that density is equal to mass over volume, and so substituting in what we already know, we can say that 0.8 is equal to the mass divided by 120. And now to find the mass, we'll multiply both sides by 120, and we'll say that the mass is equal to 0.8 multiplied by 120, which is equal to 96 grams. And so we've correctly worked out that the mass of this prism is equal to 96 grams. Now this question is worth 3 marks. We get the first mark for finding that the volume of the prism is equal to 120 centimetres cubed. We get the second mark for substituting our values into our formula and for saying that 0.8 is equal to mass divided by 120. And we get the third and final mark for saying that the mass is equal to 0.8 multiplied by 120, which is equal to 96 grams, allowing us to get the full 3 marks needed in this question.